Secretary-General of United Nations Antonio Guterres said it is an absolutely essential priority to stop all violence against Myanmar's Rohingya Muslims, allow them to return to their homes and grant them legal status. The UN chief was addressing the journalists at New York on 10th of November 2017. Meanwhile, Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau expressed deep concern for Rohingya people during his meeting with Myanmar leader Aung San Suu Kyi in Da Nang, Vietnam. Here is a report by Mahbub.
The influx of Rohingya pouring into Bangladesh from Myanmar is still continuing. Hundreds of Rohingya are coming to Bangladesh with the use of boats and crafts. It is estimated that more than 6 lakh Rohingya people have fled to Bangladesh since the latest violence began in Rakhine State in last August. United Nations Secretary-General Antonio Guterres has called on Myanmar's government to immediately cease the ongoing violence against the country's Rohingya Muslim minority and let those who have fled return to their ancestral homeland. The UN chief told this to the reporters in New York on 10th November 2017.
We insist on the need to make sure not only that all violence against this population stops, but also we need to insist on unhindered humanitarian access to all areas of North Rakhine State, including the northern part of this region. And we insist in the need to reassert the right of return, safe and dignifying return, voluntary return for all the population that fled to Bangladesh and to the areas of origin, not to be placed in camps, not having access to the places where they left.
Meanwhile, Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau met with Myanmar leader Aung San Suu Kyi before the start of APEC trade talks in Vietnam. During the 45-minute meeting, they talked about Rohingya crisis. Justin Trudeau expressed his deep concern on Rohingya crisis. Canadian Special Envoy to Myanmar, Bob Rae, was present during the meeting. Meanwhile, speakers at a dialogue suggested intensifying diplomatic efforts at regional and international forums for an immediate solution of the Rohingya problem. They made the call at a dialogue titled Addressing Rohingya Crisis Options for Bangladesh in the capital on 11th November 2017. Center for Policy Dialogue, CPD, organized the program. CPD chairman Professor Rehman Sobahan chaired the dialogue, while CPD Distinguished Fellow Dr. Devopriyo Bhattacharya moderated the session. At the function, Foreign Secretary Mohammad Shohidul Haq said Rohingyas are the national of Myanmar, and Bangladesh has stood beside the forcibly evicted Rohingya people on humanitarian ground.
This is a conflict between Myanmar and its own nationals. Bangladesh in no way created this environment or a conflict. Bangladesh is trying to become a responsive and responsible state. A state which responds to humanitarian crisis. We cannot totally oblivion of things that is happening in our neighborhood, and that's not the good neighborly behavior that one is expected. So it is more of a humanitarian response, responsible response and responsive response, and it is led by our Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina.
Mahbub, Bangladesh Television.